Have you ever asked yourself why you feel attracted to certain things? It seems like even after years, the same thoughts and things still evoke something in us and make our eyes shine. Figurative artists, for example, draw those white dots in the eyes of their characters to make them look alive. Another method to make a figure look more alive is to exaggerate the body language. Now look at yourself. When do you make those exaggerated movements? When do you widen your eyes so much that the light can be reflected back from your eyeballs? When do you look alive? When was the last time you used your hands to support what you want to say? You used your whole body to pronounce a word. When was the last time you were fascinated by something and didn't know why? I remember my kindergarten teacher saying to me, "Fuchtel nicht so sehr mit den Armen, wenn du sprichst." That means don't shake around with your hands that much when you speak. But why not? They said put your hands still in front of your body and just talk. But how am I supposed to make something entertaining? You know, you have to make something entertaining so people get their attention, so they listen what you have to say. They shouldn't fall asleep. It seems like people have forgotten that you can use your whole body to speak. It's a movement, it's a dance, it's expression, it's a way of expressing what you want to say. So everybody wants to know, how do I get the attention of other people? How do I fascinate them? You have to be fascinated by that thing first. If you just talk boring about something, nobody will listen. Guys, look, back at school, I went to my math teacher and I told her, okay, look, I need a better grade. Let me introduce the next topic of the lecture and make the introduction instead of you, and I will make the class understand it. And she was like, okay, you can give it a try. And a cliche is that math is boring. But when I stood in front of a class, everybody was listening and understanding what I was saying because I did it with engagement. I put all my energy into it. And yes, I was using everything I have. I used my whole body to express the words, to stress the words. And that comes natural to me. And I won't stop doing it. If a teacher can successfully fascinate the students, there's no need to worry about their performance. People seriously used to make fun of me for how much I stress certain words sometimes, and they repeat it in a goofy way and also mirrored my hand gestures. If people do that over and over, you just lose your joy in speaking. And that's when people get quiet, especially the creative ones, the deep waters. I swear, just last year, someone in authority came to me and said, "You are too loud. You should calm down." Like, bro, look at my videos. What is about them loud? Just because I say my opinion, you want to... I just don't understand why people think it's okay to tell you what you should do and not do. Like, as if... Okay, let's talk about what is fascination. Let's switch the topic. So I tried to Google it, and to my surprise, I couldn't find that much about it. Fascination is like someone has casted a spell on you. You are attracted to that thing without knowing why. And this is how it begins to listen to your inner voice. This is what I'm trying to tell people all the time. When you see something and you gasp and you widen your eyes or look at it a few seconds more than other things, that's telling you something. And you should give this feeling more attention. And this is the most astonishing thing that just happens over and over now when you begin to listen to your inner voice. It's like a snowball effect. And everything just builds upon each other. The things just appear like magic in front of you. And I don't have any explanation why these things happen. So I went to the crystal store to see crystals, but I also saw shells. And then I was like, I could go to my hometown, to the beach, and also see my mom again. I hadn't seen her for over 6 months. And the next day my mom had to go to work, so I went to the inner city on my own. And these are the streets I love to spend my time at before Berlin. Look at these cute buildings and small streets, and it's so beautiful. And this is the secret antique bookstore, which I always visit when I'm in my hometown. And this is also the place where I got my prints from, which you have probably seen hanging on my walls in my room. I actually went to the store to see if I could find more prints to hang them in my room, so I keep being reminded of my fascination. But to my surprise, I found a book. Something I wasn't thinking of at all, but makes so much sense and builds upon the book I showed you in the introduction. You just have to make the first step, and don't ask me why it happens or how it happens, but everything else just comes into your way. I will share that book in the next video as a surprise. I think I spent over an hour at this place, and the lady at that store was so nice and gifted me a print of a color wheel chart. Isn't it fascinating how simple something begins and how complex it turns out? A complex drawing begins with a line. A complex book begins with a word. I also saw a comment from one of you yesterday. Here I will blend it in and you can pause it. And this lovely person also said that everything begins with a small step and it expands. This thought pattern can be applied universal to, I believe, everything. This type of comment is one of many, and I love you guys for writing. I don't know, I have never seen a channel with people writing such paragraphs under a video. Yo, look how much is in your brain. And this is my finished portrait study. This month for my Patreon, you will see how I made this drawing, how I work with my references, which tools I use. I also have prepared an assignment for next month. It will be about simplifying complex shapes, and we will work on it together to improve your art skills. And we also have a Discord server where we can stay in touch for the whole month, every day, chat together and be connected with like-minded people. And I know, guys, I have read it so many times where you think you are alone with your thoughts. You are not. Last video, I was just amazed. These random thoughts, I was just like talking. I was just talking what was in my mind, just without any script, with anything. I just let it out, and just seeing that you listen to me or that my thoughts resonate with you, it's the most amazing thing when you find people who understand why you are thinking something. I don't have anyone who I can talk about these things with, and when I talk about them, they are like, and I feel stupid. You just need people where you can just talk about what is on your mind, and they're like, yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing yesterday. Oh my god, whoa. And then you just flourish, and it really is the most liberating thing when you don't have to be scared to say something. Like when I go to that bookstore, you know, I went to that bookstore and I talked to that lady, and she said some people go to that bookstore and they say to that lady that it is such a relief to be not attacked with ads, to be not attacked with manipulating ads, with I don't know what. Just be there. There was beautiful classical music, and I had all the time. I felt like, I think I was there for 2 hours, or I don't know. And when I go to those commercial bookstores, guys, my eyes just hurt. They had that red carpet, and it's just, I can't get it into words even. It's just annoying. I love bookstores, but a bookstore has to be just quiet. Just leave me alone. Just let me look into the things, and I will buy stuff when you leave me alone. And it was just so beautiful to talk to those people. Guys, when you go to local bookstores, how do you call them, who are just not commercial, owned just by one person, talk to those people. They are so smart. They know so many things. And when you're struggling with talking to someone, it's just so weird. Sometimes I just say something that is right in my mind, and that person resonates with what I was thinking instantly. It feels like there's just something inside of us, like this inner voice. That's why I'm always talking about it. Just when you listen to it, and when you just blah blah blah, talk da 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 straight without thinking too much, it leads you to the goal. It leads you to what you really desire inside. Guys, I'm always just turning the camera on and I just talk. This is amazing. This is now okay. This is actually because of my podcast. I have made 2 podcasts on my Patreon, and my patrons just give me more courage to speak my mind. And yeah, before I turn the camera off, I just want to say thank you so much. I wrote it last time as a comment underneath my video, but I just want to say it in real. Like, in real. I think the most valuable thing for me right now is that you have created this space for me where I can just talk what is on my mind. And when you are able to do that, I know that you will create such amazing things. And I was never allowed to speak my mind, but I did it and I got punished for that. But I just spent so much time alone then. I was like, yeah, I don't care about anybody anymore. No matter what you do, people will always talk about you, and this just doesn't make sense. But when you're doing good, people talk about you. When you're doing bad, people talk about you. I don't deal with those people anymore. You know, loneliness improved my art and mindset. This is the most true thing. Just be alone. Be alone, and then you just clean yourself, and then you attract new people. But you know what? I really enjoy it. I genuinely enjoy being alone. I need that. I spent some time with my mom, and I was just in her room alone, just drawing. And that made me happy again. I was so pissed when we came home because you know, moms are a bit annoying sometimes. We love our moms, but sometimes, or it doesn't matter with who you are. If you spend so much time, I think I was like 9 hours with her, and I need my time. I need some time alone to recharge. No, it's so, no, actually it doesn't matter with who you are. It's just the time, how much time you spend with someone. No matter how much you love someone, you need time for yourself to recharge. I realized that I was just alone. She was in the living room and I was in her bedroom and I was just drawing, and now I'm painting and I feel happy. I felt happiness in my mind again. And this is the proof. Painting, creating is recharging me. Then I went back to the living room and I was in a better mood then. So don't sit on each other. Go outside alone and you will recharge. Your mind will be happy. If you live with your partner in one room, for example, it's really important, super important, to spend some time alone, to have a hobby, entertain yourself. You have to be able to entertain yourself. And one more thing, guys, do you see how my skin is glowing because of this blue tone? And this is also something why you shouldn't go with trends, because you are not that person. So if a certain color is trend right now, it doesn't mean that it will look good on you. Look what is good for you. Don't look what, I don't know, don't look, oh, Bella Hadid is wearing the brown Uggs. Maybe that certain brown tone will not look good on you, or you can't style it that well. You know, the trend was before that, the trend was to be curvy, and then people want to go extreme. They make that BBLs, you know, really, I'm the curviest person. And now the trend is going back to being skinny. You follow trends too much, you get crazy. That's what I also did with my art. I don't care about what is the trend right now. I don't care what someone would buy. I absolutely don't care. I let my fascination guide me. When I see, look, I don't even know why I got this book. I was like, oh, look at these shapes. Look at these shapes here. And then a simplified version of it. And then I just go to a bookstore, just a random antique bookstore, and I find another book which builds upon this one. I don't know the meaning of these stones. I don't buy them because of their meaning. I buy them because they just look beautiful. Because something inside is telling me, get this. Buy it. I could look at it for hours. It's just fascinating me. And I don't have an explanation for it yet. But with the time, the answer will come, and I know it. Everything builds up on each other. So just begin with the first thing that it's telling you inside. You have all the answers you need. You have a map inside. You have everything. Listening to your inner voice needs confidence, security inside. Ew. Oh, okay. The line between disgusting and beautiful is so thin in this book. I don't know why.